Defender is a grad student from O'Fallon, Missouri, number 3, Mackenzie Hamer. Defender is a senior from Ocean City, New Jersey, number 6, Delaney Gould. Attacker is a senior from Pleasanton, California, number 7, Isabella Clark. Attacker is a senior from Parkland, Florida, number 11, Danielle Farina. Midfielder is a junior from Mount Laurel, New Jersey, number 14, Lauren Dixon. Defender is a senior from Wake Forest, North Carolina, number 16, Catherine Whitcomb. Defender is a senior from Wellington, Florida, number 17, Ginger Stein. Defender is a freshman from Audubon, Pennsylvania, number 20, Delaney Smith. Midfielder is a freshman from Windham, New Hampshire, number 30, Isabella Connolly. Attacker is a sophomore from Rochester, New York, number 33, Kristen Johnson. And in goal for the Knights is a grad student from Parkville, Maryland, number 0, Sierra Morton. Head coach of the Knights is Mindy Richmond, assisted by Joe and Cindy Tornetta. And now, here are the starters for your University of Tampa Spartans, who entered today's game with a record of 14-2. Midfielder is a senior from Sudbury, Massachusetts, number 4, O'Neal Gallinson. Midfielder is a senior from Waxhaw, North Carolina, number 6, Cece Colombo. Attacker is a grad student from Milton, Georgia, number 7, Allie Peeble. Midfielder is a grad student from Centennial, Colorado, number 16, Lizzie Pierpont. Defender is a grad student from Tampa, Florida, number 21, Holliston Wagner. Defender is a grad student from Smithtown, New York, number 22, Danny Water. Defender is a grad student from Whitehall, Maryland, number 23, Aaron Sistek. Attacker is a grad student from Waxhaw, North Carolina, number 26, Gia Colombo. Attacker is a senior from Farmingdale, New York, number 31, Olivia Mott. Midfielder is a junior from Ocean City, Maryland, number 34, Alyssa Romano. Attacker is a junior from Hudson, Ohio, number 43, Sarah Hinkle. And goal for your Spartans is a senior from San Diego, California, number 29, Alex Walling. Head coach of your Spartans is Kelly Gallagher, assisted by Kelly Gaudet. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please rise or remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, the NCAA, the University of Tampa, and Lynn University all promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner, using obscene gestures, profanity, racial, sexist, or unduly provocative language or action toward officials, opponents, spectators, or administrators will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the premises. The use of artificial noisemakers and alcohol products are not permitted. Smoking is permitted along the fenced areas outside of the stadium. Thank you. Enjoy today's game.
What about all the senior day? They're doing it after. Huh?
Folks, immediately following today's game, we will be recognizing our seniors. We'll be holding a senior recognition ceremony immediately following today's game.
Good afternoon from the Namole Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. The Tampa Spartans today playing host to the Lynn Fighting Knights. I'm Bruce Wozniak here to call the action for you in not only the final home game of the season, but the final regular season game for the number 3 ranked Tampa Spartans as they take on number 16 Lynn. UT with a big 8-game winning streak on the line here. And the Fighting Knights come in having won their last 2. Lynn, you see all in blue. They will be starting off going right to left. And the Spartans all in white this afternoon. And play is underway. Cece Colombo out there on the opening draw for UT. And that was Kristen Johnson for the Fighting Knights. UT with the game's opening possession and looked like it was going to be an early look. The goaltender is Sierra Moorman for the Fighting Knights, a grad student from Parkville, Maryland. And that's Gia Colombo. And gets the pass back from across the field, cuts inside, nothing there. And Gia Colombo cuts back and sends it down to Cece Colombo. Fakes the pass. Goes to the corner and sends it behind the Fighting Knights net. Pass out in front intended for Sarah Hinkle. Doesn't get there. And the Fighting Knights come out of the pack with it as Lauren Dixon picked it up. And they'll start out of their own end as Mackenzie Hamer is taken to the ground. And the official right there to call that one. This is senior day. And there's a good number of Spartans student athletes who will be honored after the game as part of senior day festivities here. Play carrying on in the meantime as the Fighting Knights take it down into the corner. And missing it was Courtney Lesko, but it's picked up, no. And the official there to say yes, possession will stay with the Fighting Knights, despite Lauren Dixon having bobbled it, and UT picked it up. Now a pass goes over to the far side of the field, and Diane Doler pushes it into the corner. Quickly to Dixon. Dixon looking to cut inside, and a pick there. Spartans unable to knock it down. The ball is loose, though. And it'll be Spartans' ball. Alex Walling, the starting goaltender for UT once again this afternoon. And she is one of those many seniors. As you see a pass go up ahead. And Olivia Mott with it. Gia Colombo. And sent quickly by Peebles. Inside goes Colderman. And the Fighting Knights come out with it. And now a whistle stopping play, and possession is going to remain with UT. We are 2 minutes 39 seconds into the game. Allie Peebles sends it over for Gia Colombo. And she takes it down in behind the Fighting Knights net, is chased, gives up a pass, and now quickly over to Colderman, a whistle stopping play. So a free position attempt here for Julia Colderman, and shoots, and the save is made by Moorman. And the ball rolls towards the sideline. Does she stay in? The official on the far side of the field says yes. Possession remains with Lynn University. Our game time temperature is 80 degrees. Glad you could be with us on this Saturday afternoon. Play now into the Spartans' end as the pass goes to the far side. Changing hands, Doler ducks under a stick check from O'Neill Gallinson. Leaves a pass for Lesko. Little flip pass back to to Dickinson. Dickinson being chased. 39 on the shot clock, a loose ball. And that will be picked up by Farinas. And a gamble there didn't pay off, but a good try by Alyssa Romano nonetheless. Into the near corner it comes, Isabella Clark. And the ball goes out in front, and a stick gets up high, and a whistle stopping play. And for the Fighting Knights, Kristen Johnson will get a free position attempt here, one-on-one with Alex Walling. Johnson ready, Walling ready, sends a pass over instead. There's a shot that goes high and out of play. And only 11 seconds left on the shot clock. So Lynn will have to get something off quickly here. Trying to fight inside was Clark. It's on the ground, pass in front, misses. And the shot clock expires. Still scoreless, closing in on almost 5 minutes into the game. As UT getting set up offensively, the Spartans are averaging more than 16.5 goals a game. Pass out in front. There's a shot, and Moorman with another save. And an outlet pass up ahead, knocked down by the Spartans. They do get the takeaway. Here comes Hinkle. Has a player in front. Colombo scores! Gia Colombo on the turnover by the Fighting Knights. And the Spartans get on the scoreboard 5.5 minutes into the game. Sarah Hinkle gets the assist, and that is goal number 24 on the season for Gia Colombo. And what a season Sarah Hinkle is having. She came into this game with 54 goals and 6 assists. So she now has 61 points on the season. And we're going to see Sophie Risk on this draw for UT. And trying to see the number. That was Kristen Johnson for the Fighting Knights. As you saw Emma McLaughlin go down for UT. And she sends a pass up ahead. Hinkle with it. A little dump pass for Riley McGettigan, and now back to Emma McLaughlin. McLaughlin back to Risk, and over to McGettigan it goes. McGettigan has it knocked free from her stick, picks it back up. Pass down low. They look for Hinkle in front. She's covered. And quick ball movement by the Spartans here as they work the perimeter. Up top to Risk once again. Down behind the net, that's Gia Colombo who just scored. Hinkle in front, turn, shoot, scores! And add to her point total as Sarah Hinkle gets goal number 55 on the season. And UT with a 2-0 lead. 6 minutes, 25 seconds into this first quarter. Lizzie Pierpont getting the assist. And now Risk and Johnson will do the honors again on this draw. Ball is out and still loose, chased down, and Alyssa Romano with the speed, picking it up for the Spartans, and away she goes. Pass into the corner for Mott. To McLaughlin. Colombo over for Risk. Sends a pass down low. Good ball movement again by the Spartans. And quick passing. Down low it goes, but Mormon takes it away for the Fighting Knights. And Lynn starting it up out of their own end, trailing 2-0. And here's an opportunity for Clark. Good pass, shot, and Walling makes the save. And a quality scoring chance there for Sydney Hill. But Alex Walling closes the door, and two players go down, one from each team. And in fact, Alyssa Romano for UT, the protective eyewear coming off of her head, she puts that back on, and now she'll put the ball into play. She had lost her stick as well in a collision there with Danielle Farinas. Romano sprints down the far sideline, and it's turned over. So the Fighting Knights catch a break. Kinsey Hamer for Lynn. Comes up across the restraining line, and it goes to Isabella Clark. Knocked down. Holliston Wagner got her stick in there for UT, but the Fighting Knights maintain possession. Good pass in front. Good look. They score. Isabella Clark gets the Fighting Knights on the scoreboard and cuts the deficit in half with 6:38 to go in the first quarter. And for Clark, that is goal number 20 on the season. Kristen Johnson picks up the assist. And now Cece Colombo back out there to take this draw for UT. After we had seen Sophie Risk on the last couple, and the official unexplainedly stumbles and falls down. And the ball is out And that was Kristen Johnson once again for the Fighting Knights. Alyssa Romano comes out with it, sends it ahead to Hinkle. It's loose, and no, it looked like the Fighting Knights were going to pick it up, and the official right there on the spot awarding possession to the Spartans. Oh, and down went Sarah Hinkle, Isabella Clark, and the official, I believe we're going to get a penalty called here. You might make an argument that that was incidental contact. Well, no, Clark, in fact, not going over to the penalty area. And they may have decided that it was incidental contact. Play carries on as Gia Colombo plays catch with Cece. Up top it goes. Peebles over to the far side. Hinkle scores! Sarah Hinkle quick passing again by the Spartans. And UT goes back into a 2-goal lead with 5:53 to go here in the opening quarter. Hinkle with her second goal of the game. Julia Colderman gets the assist. Sarah Hinkle with goal number 56 on the season. And we'll have Cece Colombo opposing Kristen Johnson again here on this draw. And down goes Alyssa Romano. She's hit the deck a few times already. And we're not even through the first quarter of play. As the Fighting Knights take it behind the Spartans' net. And, hitting the crossbar, Becca Clark. And the Fighting Knights able to get the rebound. Up top it goes. Pass for Claggett. Nifty little move by Becca Clark. And Alyssa Romano not biting on it. And there's a shot. Walling makes the save. And over it goes. UT starting out of their own end. It's Aaron Sistek running it up. Pass ahead to Hinkle. Across the Lynn line. Hinkle gets past her check, drops a pass back. And McGettigan sends a pass down into the corner. Gia Colombo behind the net. Pierpont sends it up to Emma McLaughlin. And she'll go to the other side of the field. Good passing once again by the Spartans. Shot, they score! Gia Colombo. And this game has been all about some crisp passing by the Spartans as they increase their lead to 4-1 with 4:19 to go here in the first quarter. Gia Colombo gets her second goal of the game, and Lizzie Pierpont gets her second assist of the game. So Gia Colombo and Sarah Hinkle have accounted for all four of UT's goals thus far, as Sophie Risk comes out to midfield to take this draw for the Spartans. And now she is joined there by Kristen Johnson, the sophomore from Rochester, New York. She and her Lynn Fighting Knights playing here in Tampa this afternoon, the final regular season game for both teams. And it's Johnson who controls it. Gets past the check. And this is Lauren Dixon with it. Little flip pass. She gets it right back. Over now for Exley. Into the corner it goes. Clark being watched closely. Isabella Clark starts her move and tries to make a pass. It's knocked down, and the Spartans cause the turnover. And off to the races goes Danny Waters. Waters across the Lynn line, switches hands. And Danny Waters finally drops off a pass as this is Pierpont in behind the net. Dropped there, but picked up by McGettigan. And chased, and McGettigan able to get there. Play continues. McLaughlin with it. And Emma sends it over for Risk. In the middle it goes, a high traffic area. And in fact, the official blowing the play dead with exactly 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Sarah Hinkle with a free position attempt here. Hinkle takes a bounce shot, scores! 2:58 left in the first quarter, and Sarah Hinkle already has a hat trick as UT's lead. And keep that season goal total in pencil, because Sarah Hinkle came into today's game with 54 goals on the season. She's already up to 57. And at this rate, could 60 be a possibility? And now the draw at midfield between Risk and Johnson. Ball's out, still loose. And Johnson looked like she was going to pick it up for the Fighting Knights. It's still loose. And instead, Erin Sistek picks it up for the Spartans. Here's Emma McLaughlin across midfield. Spartans looking for more. They have a 5-1 lead. Gia Colombo, who has 2 of the 5 goals. Pass over, down low it goes. And this is Risk up top. Pass over for McGettigan. Down low. Colombo behind the net. Gia looking in front. To this side of the field, Emma McLaughlin. 2 defenders collapse on her. And the Spartans cut inside, hit the goalpost. And the rebound picked up by UT, and a fresh shot clock. As a result, McLaughlin sends it over, and taken away by the Fighting Knights, yes. Elizabeth Claggett. And away she goes, crossing midfield. The 6'2" freshman. There's a pass, and Alyssa Romano races over to close up the gap. And the Fighting Knights reset up top. Exley sending it over for O'Brien. Lauren O'Brien changes hands, goes into the corner. And no, taken away by the Spartans. That was Holliston Wagner with the takeaway. And she races up toward the far side of the field. Good pass as UT with another opportunity. Gia Colombo. And hold on, the whistle had blown, so will the goal stand? Exactly 1 minute left. And I have no reason to believe that in fact they're doing the stick check, so the goal does stand. So Gia Colombo and Sarah Hinkle have combined to give Tampa a 6-1 lead. Two players with 3 goals each. And she's celebrating her 3rd goal of the game. And for Gia Colombo, that is now 26 on the season. Fighting Knights in possession. No, UT, I apologize. 37 seconds left in the first quarter. McGettigan. And can the Spartans get one more before the quarter ends as Colombo takes it behind the Lynn net? Gia Colombo looking in front, goes back up top. McGettigan takes a few steps now. Peebles gets inside and scores! What a goal by Allie Peebles. A number of Fighting Knights defenders draped all over her. And Peebles still manages to beat Ciara Moorman. And it's a 7-1 Spartans lead with 14 seconds left in the first. And the first Spartan goal scored by someone not named Sarah Hinkle or Gia Colombo. Riley McGettigan picks up the assist. And for Allie Peebles, that is goal number 21 on the season. And what should be the final draw of the first quarter, that was Cece Colombo opposing Kristen Johnson. Spartans get it, 5 seconds left. Can they get a final shot away? 2 seconds. Hinkle does get the shot off, and it goes wide, and the horn goes to end the first quarter. And it was all UT as we go into the break with the home team in the lead 7-1. Back with more lacrosse coming up on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Back live at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus where the Spartans have a 7-1 lead following the first quarter. Shots on goal in that opening quarter were 11-3 in favor of the home team. And draw controls, wow, the Spartans 7 of the 9 in their favor. And the overwhelming majority of the scoring coming from the sticks of Sarah Hinkle and Gia Colombo, 3 goals each. And a single tally from Allie Peebles. The only Lynn goal was scored by Isabella Clark. And worth mentioning that Sarah Hinkle also has an assist. Lizzie Pierpont and Riley McGettigan have 2 assist games thus far. As we get set to start the second quarter, Cece Colombo out there for UT. The teams, of course, have changed ends. And Kristen Johnson once again doing the honors for the visiting team. It is number 16 Lynn against number 3 Tampa. Spartans riding an 8-game winning streak, and the Fighting Knights have won their last 2 entering today. And Cece Colombo sends it up ahead. Away goes Pierpont into the corner. That was Olivia Mott. This is Allie Peebles. And over it goes to Colderman. Peebles with it. Behind the net, Cece Colombo for Peebles. Nice pass inside, but Hinkle didn't have a good lane to shoot. And the Spartans content to continue working it around as Colderman up top. Peebles looks to get inside. The defender on her. Peebles a long pass across. And here's Gia Colombo. Nothing there for her. Up top it goes for Colderman. A quick return pass. Peebles back to Colderman again. Down into the corner. Olivia Mott. Colderman 28 on the shot clock. Peebles pass down low. And Cece Colombo changes hands. Colderman started to step inside. 4 defenders on her. And there's a shot and a save made by Moorman. And Ciara Moorman outlets over to Hamer. And she starts it up. Pass connecting near midfield with Dixon. And Hamer across midfield. Good pass, and just mishandled. Although picking it back up was Lesko. Would have had a clean-cut breakaway. Doler to Lesko. And now Dixon sends it over to the other side. Dixon gets it right back. Dixon being bumped by Romano. Ball's loose. And the official there to call it in favor of the Fighting Knights. Pass on the far side. And the ball is loose, and stepping out of the net was Alex Walling to pick it up. And a long pass ahead. Nice play there by Cece Colombo to corral that one and gives it to Gia Colombo off to the races. Gia good speed here and stumbles, manages to hold on to it, and that one misses Pierpont. And the ball is loose. Mott flips it for Colderman. Peebles with it. And a whistle stopping play. And now they resume. Peebles with a pass over for Gia Colombo. Gets it right back. And now to this side, Colderman in front. Hinkle backs off. And it goes into the corner. Pierpont takes a shot that goes wide and out of play. And the official not pleased with the restart, so Cece Colombo will do it again from the end line and gives it immediately to Lizzie Pierpont. Pass up top. Peebles over for Gia Colombo. Back to Peebles again. Colderman a pass. Pierpont sends it behind the net. Cece Colombo tries to turn the corner. Nice pass. Peebles scores! Allie Peebles gets her second goal of the game. A nice passing play there with Cece Colombo. And it's an 8-1 Spartans lead. 3 minutes, 36 seconds into the second quarter. Allie Peebles, 22 goals on the season now. Kristen Johnson of the Fighting Knights continues to be a workhorse, doing all the draws for her team. And Sophie Risk stepping back in this time for UT. The ball's out, and the official blowing the whistle dead. Going to have some kind of a violation. Let's see who it's called against. Well, possession is awarded to UT. And Alyssa Romano puts it into play with a long pass ahead for McGettigan. Down low, that's Pierpont. Up top for McGettigan. And Risk pushing it over for McLaughlin. Emma McLaughlin for Risk. Risk puts her head down, and the slot closes up, so she sends a pass to Pierpont. Now behind the net it goes. Quick pass for McLaughlin. Over for McGettigan. Two defenders on her. Pierpont tries to cut in front, and they double team her. Fighting Knights with some aggressive defense here. And up top, Risk. Still plenty of time on the shot clock for the Spartans, 36 seconds. And here's McGettigan with it. Gets a step and can't get a shot away. Inside, McLaughlin scores! Emma McLaughlin joins the scoring parade as the lead grows to 9-1. Emma McLaughlin picking up goal number 25 on the season. And it comes 4:43 into the second quarter. Riley McGettigan gets the assist. And that's 3 assists for McGettigan. And we're going to have a timeout called on the field. And we'll step away as well and come back with more on TampaSpartans.tv. And we are back. The Spartans led 7-1 at the end of the first quarter. They have scored 2 so far in the second quarter. The quarter's first 4 minutes, 43 seconds. And the Fighting Knights trying to regroup. Head coach Mindy Richmond talking to the ladies wearing the blue uniforms, as they just do not have an answer for this potent Spartans offense. And the problem now is becoming that, as I mentioned on the goal by Emma McLaughlin, that starting to see an additional player or two starting to join the scoring parade just when you think that maybe they need to focus their attention more on Sarah Hinkle and Gia Colombo. 2 from Allie Peebles, 1 from Emma McLaughlin, and you have to wonder who's next to step up for the Spartans. So Lynn absolutely trying to stop the bleeding as the ball is out on this latest draw and picked up by Clark. And we do have a goaltending change now for the Fighting Knights as their offense tries to get set up in the UT end of the field. Callista Alika taking over at the other end. So Ciara Moorman exits, having given up 9 goals. She made 5 saves. And so the freshman from Herndon, Virginia, Callista Alika, taking over the goaltending duties for the visitors. And she's going to get tested right away as the Spartans setting up offensively. Risk sends it into the corner, gets it back. A return pass, and just able to pick it up in time was Gia Colombo as McGettigan sends it for Emma McLaughlin. Some nifty footwork there. Frees herself up, and now sends a pass over for Risk. McGettigan, nice move to get away from the defender. Pass over for McLaughlin. Down low it goes to Gia Colombo. The other side, Mott looking in front. Mott being closely defensed. There's a pass, they score! Quick ball movement once again. I sound like a broken record, and also to the point of saying Sarah Hinkle with another goal, her 4th of the afternoon, and it's a 10-1 lead for the Spartans. And they are just unstoppable. Gia Colombo gets the assist. So Hinkle has 4 goals and 1 assist. And Gia Colombo has 3 goals and 1 assist. The Spartans only have 15 shots on goal. So 10 of their 15 shots have gone in the net. And we're going to see Cece Colombo out here for this draw for the Spartans. 8:31 to go in the second quarter. Oh, and down once again goes Alyssa Romano, and for the second time in this game, her protective eyewear pops off her head, and she loses her stick. Her teammates carry on offensively, going the other way. This is Colderman. And Allie Peebles for Colderman, and a pass does connect. Back over, that's taken away. And a good heads-up play defensively by Elizabeth Claggett on the run. Claggett in traffic tries to cut through, and the defense closes up on her. Back to Claggett, bounce shot. Oh, Walling with an acrobatic save. And a call against the Spartans, but wow. They will almost take that, given the tremendous play just demonstrated by their goaltender, Alex Walling. And with this being senior day, what a nice highlight to put on tape for her final regular season game in a Spartan uniform. Obviously, there will be postseason play in store for these Tampa Spartans. In fact, do stay with tampaspartans.com for that information once the seedings and the scheduling is set. In the meantime, more good ball movement. Gia Colombo takes a shot and scores. And Gia Colombo didn't even get good follow-through on that one, and the ball is just finding its way into the net for UT today, as you saw there. And it's now a 10-goal lead, so we will have a running clock by rule. And Gia Colombo is matching Sarah Hinkle, as they each have 4 goals now. Sarah Hinkle did get the assist, though. So Hinkle now has 4 goals and 2 assists. Gia Colombo has 4 goals and 1 assist. And Cece Colombo will take this draw for UT. And Cece herself does have an assist in this game. It's a matter of time, I'm sure, before she finds the back of the net. And Alyssa Romano with it. Pass up ahead for Peebles. Peebles being chased. Good movement here by Peebles. Breaks in, scores! Allie Peebles, what a tremendous individual effort as she picks up her 3rd goal of the game. And just like that, the Spartan lead increases to 12-1. And the Spartans players are having some fun celebrating on their sideline as they are winning big in their final regular season game. Unassisted goal for Peebles. And on the season, Allie Peebles now with 23 goals. And it has been a long afternoon for the Lynn Fighting Knights, and we still have 5:07 to go in just the second quarter. And Risk back out there for this draw for UT. Posed by Kristen Johnson once again. And it looked like Johnson was about to pick it up. Now it's in her stick, but the official blowing the play dead as you saw Risk picking herself up off the turf. And so UT will have another offensive opportunity here. Keep in mind we do have a running clock. Currently 4.5 to go in the second quarter. And now here goes Risk. Pass over for McGettigan, and into the corner it goes quickly behind the Lynn net. And 2 players on Gia Colombo. And they do cause the turnover. Gia Colombo looked over at the official to see if there was going to be any kind of call. And when I say she, I mean the official signaled play on. And away go the Fighting Knights. In front, good passing, and they score. Hannah Exley, as the Fighting Knights finally get back into the goal column. It's 12-2. So the first Lynn goal since they had scored to cut the deficit to 2-1. Danielle Farinas gets the assist. So the Spartans had scored 10 straight goals since the last Fighting Knights goal. And that streak finally comes to an end. as Exley is able to beat Alex Walling. Sarah Hinkle going back to work. Gia Colombo, McGettigan. Down behind the net it goes. Emma McLaughlin, pass over for McGettigan, cuts inside, no the defender's there. McGettigan finds room and scores! Riley McGettigan with some nifty footwork and great perseverance there. And McGettigan, who already had 3 assists in this game, gets into the goal column, picking up her 11th goal of the season. And she all of a sudden has jumped to 18 points on the season, so she'd probably love to pick up 2 more before this game is over and try to hit 20 on the season. As we see Sophie Risk out there once again. And the draw control's very one-sided. The Spartans 13 to just 3 for the Fighting Knights. And Emma McLaughlin's going to run that one down for UT. Danny Waters with it and knocked down. Gets it back. Waters a pass ahead for Emma McLaughlin and manages to keep it in, but the Fighting Knights are going to pick it up as Isabella Connolly was there. And this is Farinas. 55 seconds to go in the first half. Ball is loose, and the Spartans, off they go, and slow in getting up was Lauren Dixon, and she looks to be okay. Quick passing by UT, in front, scores! Olivia Mott. And it's a 14-2 Spartans lead as Olivia Mott picks up her 15th goal of the season. Sarah Hinkle gets the assist. And the horn goes to end the first half. And it has been all UT as they have a big 14-2 lead. And wow, Sarah Hinkle has factored in half of the goals. 4 goals, 3 assists. Gia Colombo has 4 goals and 1 assist. And Allie Peebles with a hat trick in that first half. So we will go into the halftime break and be back with more lacrosse following that right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
cheerleader is Madison Ali. She's been a part of UT Cheer for 3 seasons.
Away.
The NCAA National Championship in 2021. She graduates with as an honor student with a degree in biology with a concentration in molecular biology and pre-med. She's a member of UT Phi Kappa Phi, the nation's oldest and most selective all-discipline honor society. Upon graduation, she's continuing in her internship at Tampa General while applying to medical school. How about it for Madison Ali?
officials. Alex Walling, not a very busy afternoon. She has only had to make 4 saves and obviously has allowed just the 2 goals. And play is underway as CC Colombo drops off a pass. And Danny Waters put it on the ground and picked it back up. And over it goes to Holliston Wagner. And now Erin Sistek on the run. Sistek has it knocked free from Herstek. She picks it back up. Sistek retreats. And back it goes to Waters. And up ahead now for CC Colombo. Good pass by her to Colderman. Lizzie Pierpont takes it into the corner. Behind the net, that's Mott. Olivia Mott shakes off 2 defenders. Colderman to Peebles. And over it comes to Abby Selhorn. And so now we are going to see a senior here on senior day that had otherwise not yet played in this game. Selhorn with a pass over for Peebles, who moves it over for Colderman. For Peebles again, puts it on the ground, bats at it. And Allie Peebles chases it down on the far side. Can she get to it? And Allie Peebles goes down. And the official right there on the spot to call it in favor of UT. Allie Peebles, 3 goals in the first half. And Allie Peebles a little shaken up. And Allie Peebles looks like she might be being looked at by the trainer on the far side of the field. Allie Peebles has her back to us. Meanwhile, in front, there's a shot. They score. Just trickles past Sierra Moorman as the Fighting Knights have gone back to their starting goaltender after Callista Alika had taken over. And so Moorman is back in goal. And the Spartans have another one in the back of the net. And the lead now goes to 15-2. Sarah Hinkle gets the goal, assisted by Julia Colderman. Sarah Hinkle now with 5 goals, and that puts her at 59 on the season. And CC Colombo ready for this draw for UT. And Kristen Johnson again for the Fighting Knights. And Allie Peebles continues to be worked on the Spartan sideline. Her knee getting wrapped. And play carries on as her teammates look for more. That's Selhorn over for Emma McLaughlin. And now CC Colombo fires a pass over. Colderman on the run. A pass inside to Hinkle. And up top to Colderman again. Cuts in. 2 defenders. Nice spin move. Scores! Great goal by Julia Colderman. And the Spartans make it 16-2. And a tremendous effort there by Colderman, who already had 2 assists in this game and now gets into the goal column. And that'll be goal number 25 on the season for Julia. Lizzie Pierpont picks up the assist on the goal. And Pierpont now with 3 assists in this game. As CC Colombo goes out there for this draw for UT against Kristen Johnson. And so the Fighting Knights go back to their starting goaltender, and she is rudely welcomed back to the game as UT has already scored twice here in the opening minutes of the third quarter. And Emma McLaughlin on the run with it now. McLaughlin for Selhorn, and over it goes to Hinkle. Into the corner it goes. And this is Olivia Mott. Up top, Emma McLaughlin for Selhorn. And over for Colderman, who just scored. Colderman a pass down low. Cece Colombo, good low shot. And Moorman stopped that one. And Colombo goes down in a heap with Becca Clark of the Fighting Knights. Colombo puts it into play. McLaughlin over for Colderman. Pushes it into the corner. Back to Colderman again for Selhorn. And McLaughlin, watch closely there, shakes off the check. Emma McLaughlin, nice footwork, takes a shot. And Moorman knocked that one down. And Olivia Mott somehow, through traffic, able to come up with the loose ball. Colderman up top to Selhorn. Emma McLaughlin with it. And here's Colderman once again. Colderman, a nice pass to Cece Colombo. And some nifty footwork by her as it goes in behind the Fighting Knights net. Mott, as there's 35 on the shot clock. In races Colderman, has it knocked from her stick and put her hand up to her head. Obviously felt a stick, but no call made as play goes back the other way. And Elizabeth Claggett on the run takes a shot that goes high and out of play. We've seen Claggett at least 3 times now with good bursts like that. And Spartan ball, however, as Erin Sistek needs help, gets it from her goaltender Walling, comes over to the near side, and Emma McLaughlin is off to the races. McLaughlin across the Lynn line for Hinkle, back to McLaughlin. Looked like she was going to shoot, pass instead for Risk, and to the far side it goes, now into the corner. Pierpont back there. Pass in front. Hinkle. Oh, and Moorman might have just gotten a piece of that one as it rolls out of play just below the scoreboard. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. A 16-2 Tampa lead. In the final regular season game for both teams, there's a collision. Hinkle and Becca Clark. And pleased to see that Allie Peebles is back on the field. A very heavily taped lower right leg. It's not quite her knee, just below her knee. So good to see her back out on the field, and she's there watching Claggett. And Claggett gets a step on her and takes a shot and scores. And for all the hard work that Elizabeth Claggett has done in this game, she's finally rewarded as the Fighting Knights get on the scoreboard for the first time in this third quarter. And the score now 16-3 in favor of the Spartans.
Then goal scorer number 36 was Elizabeth Claggett.
So Allie Peebles with a good deal of athletic tape around her leg just below her knee. She remains out there and standing alongside Claggett, the goal scorer. 6'2" Elizabeth Claggett alongside 5'9" Allie Peebles. And it's batted down. Hinkle with the takeaway. And here goes Pierpont. UT looking to answer back here and make it a football-sounding score as Risk sends it over to McGettigan. Hinkle out in front, scores! And that's the one that we've been waiting for. That is goal number 60 on the season for Sarah Hinkle, as she has 6 goals in this game to go with 3 assists. And Riley McGettigan picking up the assist. That's McGettigan's 5th assist of the game. She has a 6-point game herself, 1 goal and 5 assists. But Sarah Hinkle, 1 goal and 4 assists from McGettigan. But Sarah Hinkle, wow, 6 goals, 3 assists. 69 points on the season on 60 goals and 9 assists. And we're going to get a timeout called here, and we will do the same and be back with more lacrosse on TampaSpartans.tv. A fat head. Someone in the crowd is holding up a fat head for some of them. There's someone else. They're all over at softball.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Back live here, and a 17-3 Spartans lead with 4:53 to go in the third quarter. And barring an absolute miracle, and it's going to be a long ride back down to Boca Raton for the Lynn Fighting Knights, as this one has been as one-sided as the score sounds. The Spartans led 7-1 after 1, 14-2 after 2. So they outscored them 7-1 in the first, 7-1 in the second. They've outscored them 3-1 in the third. Shots on goal are 23-7. And here's UT in possession once again. Peebles on the run. She sends a pass back. Collision there as Hinkle maintains possession. Gia Colombo with it. For Peebles. And now Colderman fires a pass down low. Colderman up top to Peebles. And over for Gia Colombo. Back to Peebles again. Changes hands, sends a pass over for Colderman. Down low it goes. Hinkle. And Cece Colombo calls forward and gets it on the near side, right out in front. Selhorn, oh, backhand shot that misses. And a good try there by Abby Selhorn. Gia Colombo to Peebles to Colderman. Colderman, a little spin move. She gets it back. And across to this side of the field to Gia Colombo. Sends it down for Cece. Pass across. This is Peebles with it. Gia Colombo, 15 on the shot clock. Not sure if she's aware. 10 seconds. Cece with it. Looking in front, nobody open. Colderman, she ducks under a few sticks and gets a stick up high. She put her hand to her neck that time as the shot clock expires. And this should and will be Fighting Knights ball. There's a pass up ahead for the Fighting Knights. It misses. And will the Spartans take over? It's kicked at. And coming out of the pack with it, Holliston Wagner. And UT goes back the other way as Hinkle crosses midfield. Sends a pass over for Peebles. And you can see her running, obviously not bothered by whatever that was that they attended to on her leg. Selhorn scores! Abby Selhorn, and a huge ovation for her as the senior gets an opportunity to play on senior day and finds the back of the net. And that is the second goal of the season for Abby Selhorn. She is appearing in just her 5th game this season and makes the score 18-3. Gia Colombo gets the assist. And Gia having herself a 6-point game here on 4 goals and 2 assists. Possession is awarded to the Fighting Knights. Clark on the run. Pass is dropped by Becca Clark from Isabella Clark. And this is Dixon cutting in. Dixon scores! Lauren Dixon scores unassisted. And for the first time in this game, the Fighting Knights will have a quarter in which they score more than 1 goal. The game clock down to 35 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. As Kristen Johnson out at midfield is now joined by Cece Colombo for what should be the final draw of this 3rd quarter. Unassisted goal by Dixon. And for Dixon, that is goal number 22 on the season as the horn goes to end the 3rd quarter. Spartans in an 18-4 lead, and we'll be back with the 4th and final quarter coming up on TampaSpartans.tv.
In NCAA Division II, community engagement is an initiative at all 25 national championships because student athletes want to give back while competing for a national title. Over the course of the year, Division II student athletes have an opportunity to leave a lasting impression in local communities throughout the country. Whether Division II student athletes are volunteering at hospitals, schools, after-school care programs, foster homes, or retirement villages, they make a difference in the lives of others. In Division II, we rise to the opportunity and make community engagement ours.
I'm Bruce Wozniak back here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex, and reminding you to stay with TampaSpartans.com throughout the coming days. This is the final regular season game, and as the seedings, as the sites, as the dates and times get set, you will want to be checking that website for all the information regarding Spartans postseason play as they get ready for the Sunshine State Conference playoffs next week. And you saw two players go down there. Isabella Connolly for Lynn and Sophie Risk for UT play carrying on. And the Fighting Knights trying to gain midfield. And that's Becca Clark. Needs and gets some help. And a pass over now for Riley Stewart. Stewart being watched there by Gia Colombo. Gets a pass off though. And Catherine Whitcomb carries on. Good pass up ahead. Here's an opportunity. A shot taken there by Lauren O'Brien. And Walling with the save. And a little spin move there by Dixon. Quick pass to Farinas. Danielle Farinas still with it. Now a pass down low. And Becca Clark shoots and scores. Correction, that was Isabella Clark. I thought it was number 2. And it was number 7. So Isabella Clark makes it 18-5. And a whistle stopping play there. So Isabella Clark with 2 goals for the Fighting Knights. She has 21 on the season now. And we're going to have a call made here against the Fighting Knights. Lauren Dixon, a 2-minute check to the head penalty. And so the Spartans going to work here with Lynn being 1 player short. Emma McLaughlin fires a shot that goes high and out of play. Gia Colombo will put it back into play. And does. Emma McLaughlin up top. Her pass over for Hinkle. Gia pass in front and Hinkle in traffic. The Fighting Knights take it away. And there's a pass up ahead for Farinas. Farinas on the run. And a pair of 11s as Emma McLaughlin checks her. Farinas, 55 seconds left in the penalty to her teammate Lauren Dixon. And here's an opportunity. A shot taken by Doler goes out of play. And behind the net, Doler looking for an open teammate. And gets the pass right back. Doler being chased there by O'Neill Gallinson, and Sophie Risk tried to go for the takeaway. Walling makes the save. In the meantime, Walling, an outlet pass up ahead to Risk, and Sophie Risk sends a pass up ahead. And that's Gracie Colombo. Loose ball picked up and a whistle stopping play as the penalty has expired against the Fighting Knights, and the Spartans meanwhile are going to get a free position attempt here. Emma McLaughlin, and McLaughlin stopped by Moorman. Risk up top, over for McLaughlin. And down low it goes as Selhorn went on the field. She picked it back up. And intended for Emma McLaughlin and taken away by Lauren Dixon. And the Fighting Knights gain the UT line. Isabella Clark. Her pass connects with Exley. Exley sends it over for Dixon. Down low it goes. Isabella Clark on the run. And Alyssa Romano able to chase her out of the shooting lane. Now there's a shot taken by Farinas. And we'll get a free position attempt here for Lauren O'Brien of the Fighting Knights as the clock is at 8.5 to go in the fourth quarter. There's a shot. Walling stops that one. Ball is loose. And the Fighting Knights come up with it. And for UT, Grace Gilmore is in the game now. I see her in the far corner watching Isabella Clark. The game having the extra attacker. Dixon with a pass over. Into the corner it goes. Farinas. Farinas a pass, connects at the goal line extended, and Alyssa Romano pushed down Isabella Clark, and the official watched that unfold right in front of him, blew the whistle. So a free position attempt here for Isabella Clark, one-on-one against Alex Walling, and instead she makes the pass for Dixon. It misses, and chased to the far sideline by Farinas. She's able to control, and now she's chased by Peebles. And a loose ball behind the Spartans' net. Out it comes to Farinas, and knocked from her stick by Peebles. 49 seconds left in the penalty called against Gracie Colombo. And the running clock is doing the Fighting Knights no favor if they're going to take advantage of having the extra attacker. And now they finally stop the clock. The official on the far side of the field is talking to the scores table. And it looks like the shot clock is what's being reset. And they put it at 14 seconds, so the Fighting Knights need to work quickly here. Pass in front, and a tough angle. It was not on goal, and so the shot clock is going to expire. And UT will take over with just 23 seconds left in the penalty against Gracie Colombo. And running up the far sideline, Cece Colombo, and she goes down. And possession stays with UT as Cece fires it in over for Erin McLaughlin. And Erin McLaughlin runs it up across the Lynn line, sends it to Bryn Nestor. Nestor for Gracie Colombo, who just came back on the field. Peebles over for Myhall. Down low it goes Nestor for Gracie Colombo. And Peebles inside, and a whistle stopping play. And the game clock down to just 3:35. Spartans on their way to their 9th consecutive victory. As Myhall sends a pass down to Nestor. Back to Myhall again, and up top to Peebles. Peebles looking for an open teammate, finds Nestor down low. Collision, she continues to hold on, now gets it to Myhall, switches hands. And down low to Abby Selhorn. Peebles again. Goes wide, and Nestor just able to keep it in play. 4 seconds on the shot clock, and they need to work quickly. Selhorn loses the handle, and the shot clock expires. And the goaltender, Mormon, with a pass up ahead. And it connects with Exley. And a nice jump there defensively by Cassidy Burdette, who's now in the game for UT. Farinas looking for a lane, and the flag comes out, and a call made by the official on the far side of the field, as there's exactly 2 minutes left in the game. There's a shot that goes wide and out of play. And at the back line, that's Isabella Clark. A pass that connects with Lauren O'Brien. And another whistle stopping play. In front, and it's knocked free and picked up there by Grace Gilmore for the Spartans. And off to the races they go as Burdett sends a pass up ahead. Selhorn looking for an open teammate. Nestor down low. 45 seconds left in the game. Risk sends it over for Nestor. Behind the net it goes. Risk with it again. That's McKelsey Montgomery. And now Selhorn. Selhorn might have gotten an errant stick up high. Play carries on. 20 seconds to go in the game. Pass in front. Hinkle scores! Goal number 7. And Sarah Hinkle has a 10-point game. 7 goals, 3 assists. And the score goes to 19-5. And the horn goes. So 19-5, the final score. And the Spartans finished the season on a 9-game winning streak. And they finished with a overall one-loss record of 15-2. While the Fighting Knights, they had won 2 consecutive, and now they end the season on a losing note. Their overall one-loss record falls to 12-6. And what a huge afternoon for Sarah Hinkle and her Tampa Spartans. Hinkle leads the way with 7 goals and 3 assists. She finishes the regular season with 61 goals. Gia Colombo finishes with 4 goals and 2 assists. Allie Peebles with a 3-goal outing. And Riley McGettigan, 1 goal and 4 assists. Alex Walling goes the distance and gets the victory. And a long afternoon for the Lynn Fighting Knights. And I remind you to stay with TampaSpartans.com in the coming days as the seedings are set, as the locations are set, as the games, the days, the schedule, the time. Watch TampaSpartans.com for all of that information with regards to the
joining us today. We ask that you focus your attention to the field as we recognize 9 seniors who are playing in their final regular season game at the University of Tampa. Our first senior defender is in her 4th season as a Spartan. She's appeared in 45 games and has caused 22 turnovers throughout her career. She scored 3 goals, secured 28 ground balls, won 4 draw controls, and has a career shot on goal percentage of 80%. The last 3 years she's been named to the SSC Commissioner's Honor Roll, graduating with a degree in Criminology and Criminal Justice, escorted by Shannon, Brad, and Lakeland. Ladies and gentlemen, O'Neill Gallinson. Our next senior is in her 4th season as a Spartan. During her time at the University of Tampa, she's played in 52 total games while starting in 50 for the Spartans. As a sophomore, she was first-team Sunshine State All-Conference selection and was selected as the IWLCA first-team All-Region. In her junior year, she was named to the second-team All-SSC. She's been named to the SSC Commissioner's Honor Roll every year, while also earning the D2 ADA Academic Achievement Award twice. Graduating with a degree in accounting, escorted by Julianne, Tommy, and sister Gracie, ladies and gentlemen, Cece Colombo. Our next senior is in her 2nd season as a Spartan after transferring from Jacksonville University. She's played in 32 total games. As a grad student at the University of Tampa, she's recorded 57 goals and 20 assists for a total of 77 points. While at Tampa, she averages a shot on goal percentage of 78.8%. She was the SSC Offensive Player of the Week on February 13th. Last year, she made the SSC Commissioner's Honor Roll. Graduating with a master's degree in professional communication, escorted by Carl and Dawn Colderman and Richard and Francis Mangolia. Ladies and gentlemen, Julia Colderman. Our next senior is in her 3rd year as a Spartan after transferring from Jacksonville University. In her 3 years at Tampa, she's played in 45 career games. She scored 55 goals and has assisted on 5 goals. She's also collected 73 draw control and averages a shot on goal percentage of 78.8%. Off the field, this senior midfielder has been named to the SSC Commissioner's Honor Roll twice. Graduating with a degree in Allied Health, escorted by Craig, Kid, Megan, and her sister Erin. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma McLaughlin. Our next senior is in her 4th year as a Spartan. While at the University of Tampa, she's appeared in 14 games, tallying 3 goals and 2 assists. She's been named to the SSC Commissioner's Honor Roll the last 3 years, graduating with a degree in marketing, escorted by Paul and Jen Selhorn. Paul Selhorn Sr. and Phil and Linda and Tyrone, or Phil and Linda Tyrone, ladies and gentlemen, Abby Selhorn. Our next senior is in her 4th season as a Spartan after transferring from Lenore Ryan University. As a grad student, she's played in 27 games and started in 23. While at Tampa, she scored 42 goals and tallied 18 assists. In her career, she's surpassed a 100 career total points. Last season, she concluded with a shot on goal percentage of 79.1%. She's made the SSC Commissioner's Honor Roll twice and has earned the D2 ADA Academic Achievement Award once, graduating with a degree in chemistry, escorted by Julianne, Tommy, and Sister Gracie. Ladies and gentlemen, Gia Colombo. Our next senior is in her 4th season as a Spartan. She's played in 9 career games while at the University of Tampa, securing 2 ground balls and causing 1 turnover. Her freshman and sophomore year, she was named to the SSC Commissioner's Honor Roll and was also awarded the D2 Academic Achievement Award, graduating with a degree in cybersecurity, escorted by Tim and Christine DeTonio. Ladies and gentlemen, Megan DeTonio. Our next senior is in her 4th season as a Spartan. She's appeared in 42 games and started in 32. Throughout these games, she's racked up a career 260 saves with a season high of 11 saves on the road against number 19 St. Leo. She's been named SSC Defensive Player of the Week and IWLCA National Defensive Player of the Week 2 times this season. She's made the SSC Commissioner's Honor Roll the last 3 years and earned the D2 AD Academic Achievement Award for sophomore season, graduating with a degree in biochemistry, escorted by Abby Hope. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Wally. And last but not least, this senior is in her 4th year as a Spartan. While at the University of Tampa, she's played in 46 games while starting in 43. She has a career 106 points, scoring 44 goals and tacking on 62 assists. This attacker has secured 29 ground balls and caused 14 turnovers. She has a career average shots on goal percentage of 81.5%. The past 3 years, she's been named to the SSC Commissioner's Honor Roll, graduating with a degree in allied health, escorted by Bob, Regina, Ken, and Lex Mott. Ladies and gentlemen, Olivia Mott. Ladies and gentlemen, please give another round of applause for these seniors who excelled as student athletes in the classroom and on the playing field for the University of Tampa. Your contributions will leave a lasting impression on UT athletics. Thank you, lady.